I'm a new curator at the Centre Pompidou somehow. I started like 9 or 10 months ago now. So when I arrived, Paris Noir was already, my colleague has started to work since like 2 years on the project, but I joined and I jumped very quickly into the process because it was like kind of pharaonic, and also the situation at the museum. It was a project that was not easy to explain and to promote even inside the institution. So yes, I did a lot of also pedagogic work somehow at the institution, and I was like doing all the research with the colleague and everything. And also one of my main jobs on this exhibition, because it was not yet started when I arrived, was to work on the programmation, the program, so the symposium, the seminar, and all the events, like the one of tonight, we're organizing what we call the ECOs, and it's like, ECOs in the cities around the exhibition, so that was also a big part of my job.
How is your experience as a co-curator working with different artists?
Well, it was so most of the not most of the artists, but a lot of the artists in the show are dead. So the relation was to archive and to the family, like to their kids, and so this is like a kind of really like research work, and it's also very stimulating and gratifying because we met families and other artists who have these archives, and it's really a show for which we add like that to be close to the family, to get to know, to have the knowledge, and it's really where we are tonight. It's this kind of story. So, and for the living artists, it was also like very interesting and also very emotional and moving because most of the artists have been ignored by the institution for years. So it was like we went to the studios and we chose the work and we made also some acquisitions, and so it was like a process of creating this relation. And most of the artists also first they were kind of what's the word in English, méfiant, like a bit
Scary.
Yeah, because like this institution who ignored us for years of what's happening now. So that relation was interesting.
Also, how can you say organizing the exhibition at the same time, combining with the symposium?
Yeah, so the programming part, it was a lot. Also because the institution is somehow used to do that, but not so used to do that in the way we wanted to do it. Because here again, it was pharaonic. It was a lot of people, a lot of voices, a lot of people who have been ignored. So you need to bring all these voices, and what we wanted to do was somehow exceeding what we can do at the museum. So we had to find solution, and that's how we also develop these ECOs with different institutions and structures. But we wanted this to not be only in like big institutions, but also in places of this Black Paris, Paris Noir. So, and to do that and for that to be meaningful, you have to spend really like time speaking to the people and going to the places to build something that is consistent and has meaning. So it was a lot and a lot of meetings, but it gave us a lot of energy, and we managed to do. We did an event in the club already. We will do like 2 parties. One will be a kind of a reenactment of a balzouk, and another will be a kind of also reenactment of a hip-hop sound system, and we wanted also to bring all that energy. So that was part of the job.
Yeah.
And the symposium, well, it was not so easy to decide because we would have loved to invite like all the artists, and there are 154, so it's like even if some are dead,
You couldn't invite everyone.
Yeah, and also there were like very different angles and very different ways of building this symposium. So we made choices, and it's what you've seen during 2 days, and I hope it's.
the symposium and the actual exhibition, do they cross over in terms of the information, and they relate the intellectuals?
Okay, they really relate because one of the solutions we found was that the symposium will really follow the path of the exhibition, except for the very beginning of the symposium that is more a kind of genesis of what for Alicia Knock with the curator was the before, which is look in a relation to the US as a kind of model or paradigm to build networks of support. So that's the beginning of the symposium. It's somehow before the exhibition, and it's her angle, her vision of how it can happen. And then the symposium is really like following what's happening in the show. That's how it was built.
Okay, and then now, what can you say about?
But I have something to add.
Okay, add that.
Even if it's following, it's also of course like it's also considered like in the show. For instance, the texts we have, it's something very like the institution is very restrictive about what can be written, also the quantity, but also the words, and also it has to be like easy to read for like everybody, which is a complicated idea. So I guess in the end, a lot of important ideas or feelings or concepts or even historical landmarks in the exhibition are not necessarily present in these labels. So the symposium was also a way to bring that, to bring this information, and then somehow it worked.
Yeah. And then what can you say about this exhibition now? The works of George Hallett?
George Hallett. So it's one of the echoes, and it's what I told you. The idea is to have like in the city, outside of the center, because the Centre Pompidou is not the center somehow, or it's like it was really important knowing the topic of the exhibition that is Paris to be in the city and to diffuse the city, and the relation that with photographer George Hallett, he did photographs of George Hallett, who is a South African painter, who painted the painting that is the cover, the poster of the exhibition and the cover for the catalog. And one very important artist in the show we wanted to honor. So we are trying in this show to also give some place and give some room and tribute to the human relationships around this exhibition.
Yeah. Just one more thing that we want you to say. What can you say about to our international audience that are people that are in different parts of the world that are interested to come to and watch or witness the exhibition Paris Noir? What can you say?
It's an easy one for me because one of the things that is important to me in this show is that it's very transnational, and it gives the feeling of Paris as a transnational place, and as a French, Senegalese, Belgian woman who was born in the north of France. I had many struggles with French people, but that's not the topic. But I went to artistry and I went to Africa, to Senegal, to Mexico. Well, I live in some places where I feel this transnational vibe, and I'm very happy to be working on a project that has and that brings back to the Centre Pompidou that transnational energy. So that's what I want to stress in that show. That it has this international, transnational feeling of solidarity among what can be a shared Black experience, and that's the important thing to me.
Do you think that they should come and watch the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was a lot of work, and I'm happy with the result. It's not